While searching for a cure to the pirate-afflicting pox of LeChuck, the fates of Guybrush Threepwood and Morgan Le Fay are blown off course when they are swallowed by a lovelorn Leviathan. Much to Morgan and Guybrush's surprise, an uneasy alliance to escape the beast blossoms into
Hey-no,
a
how's it
genuine
going?
friendship between the pirate and pirate hunter. A tidal shift that leads Threepwood to the elusive pox curing Esponja Grande. But Guybrush learns too late that it is the wise pirate who prepares for the inevitable change in the winds as Morgan betrays him and returns him to the scientific clutches of the Marquis de Sange.
$28, $29, 30,000 pieces of... Just as we agreed.
It better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea. Why don't you let me go and I'll pay you double what the Marquis is paying.
Don't embarrass yourself, Threepwood.
Oh yeah? I'll pay triple. Quadruple? Quintuple? Sextuple?
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which gushes through your body.
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Then you should die knowing that you gave a priceless gift to science! Finally! I've got this Threepwood, I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal! Oh, I'm as happy as a penguin sliding on its belly! What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
Guybrush Threepwood. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Hey, why can't I stop my legs?
What? No! No, come back!
This cracker croaker's got a date in the court of pirate law. You test tube tinker and Talleyrand.
What?
And then the scurvy dog will hang.
Arr.
Arr.
You! After him! Hey, I brought you Threepwood, and you paid me. We're done here.
We'll just see about that.
Captain Threepwood, having been found guilty of all charges, you'll be taken to the nearest ship and keel hard until your ravaged skin hangs in tatters from your bleeding.
Guilty? But I haven't been charged with anything yet.
You haven't? Where's that incompetent prosecutor?
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh, great.
Sorry I'm late, Your Eminence, but old Stan had to in flagrante his delicto. And there was a line in the washroom.
Belay your excuses, you sniveling sea weasel, and get on with the charges. I've got grog waiting for me at Club 41.
Of course, Your Immensity. Your Honor, pirates and wenches of the gallery.
Hey, that's us.
This evening I will prove beyond a scintilla of a shadow of a doubt that Guybrush Threepwood is guilty of no fewer than 4 heinous crimes.
I thought there'd be 3.
Firstly, that he did knowingly engage in a bar fight that horribly injured the beloved feline of local pirate elder, Hemlock McGee.
Hey, it's too good for him.
Secondly, during this self-same fight, Captain Threepwood spilled boiling nacho sauce on the exposed leg of Bosun Catherine Krebs, hideously scarring one of Flotsam's shapeliest gams. Get him alive! Thirdly, that he did conspire with one Joaquin de Oro to craft and sell counterfeit porcelain power pirates.
All about spreading the box.
And finally, that he folded, spindled, and mutilated this previously pristine ex belonging to Flotsam's newest arrival, Killick Hardtack.
What the heck?
Yeah, he did that to me.
Captain Threepwood, having heard the grave charges arrayed against you, how do you plead?
I plead guilty. Will I get out of here any quicker?
Most definitely.
Great. Then I plead.
After the summary executions by keel hauling, hanging, boiling, and scaphism.
Scaphism?
Trust me, kid, you don't want to know.
Okay, then. These charges are stupid. And believe me, I know from stupid.
Captain Threepwood, you're out of order!
I'm out of order. You're out of order. The whole mizzen-masted pirate legal system is out of order.
The defendant will shut his festering gob before the court shuts it for him!
Do it.
Sorry. I plead not guilty by reason of insanity.
You look pretty sane to me.
Sure, now, but any second I could start using monkeys as needle-nose pliers, or shooting myself out of trebuchets, or doing strange things with rubber trees. I'm crazy, I tells you. Crazy.
The defendant will cease his inane histrionics, or the court will be forced to yank out his tongue with a rusty shrimp fork.
Okay, no insanity defense. I plead 1000% not guilty. Especially that last one about the X.
Very well. Let it be recorded that the miserably guilty defendant has entered a plea of not guilty. Now, who would you like to represent your pathetic case?
Hey, Stan, why don't you represent me? For old time's sake.
You mean those old times when you swindled me out of a ship, stuck me in a coffin for 3 months, scammed my insurance company, and got me involved with high-risk doubloon derivatives?
Yes?
Sorry, kid, nothing personal, but I stand to make a bundle in legal fees off these honked-off Flotsamites. They really don't like you.
Don't you have some sort of public defender?
A public defender? In pirate court?
The maroon.
So that'd be a no, then. I guess I'll represent myself.
Captain Threepwood, are you aware of the old pirate court saying? The pirate who represents himself in court has a soon-to-be keel-hauled fool for a client.
Yes, Your Honor, and I am that fool.
Fine! Your move, counselor!
Here's your briefs, kid.
That paralyzed cat is creepy. I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. That empty nacho plate is making me hungry. I'm surprised Doro ever fell for that. Stinkbeard's common laws for common pirates. Laws? Pirates don't need no stinking laws.
Fine, then we'll proceed with the execution.
On the other hand, maybe I could use a few good laws right now. Could you read that last bit back for me? Very interesting. I don't even remember saying exsanguinate. No, I'm not questioning your professionalism. It's just that I don't even know the meaning of... Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. The Right Honorable Justice D.C. Grosscup. 30 convictions, 0 acquittals, no survivors. The Left Honorable Justice K.B. Popnecker. Lived on the bench, died under the table. Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Well, at least I'm not about to be dissected by a crazy scientist. Now to break out of here, find Elaine and use La Esponja Grande to... Hey, what happened to my cool voodoo sponge?
All possessions will be returned to the prisoner once he has been cleared of all charges. In the likely event that the prisoner is not cleared of all charges, his property will be distributed to his heirs.
But I don't have any heirs that I know of.
Then they'll be auctioned off at eBay.
This bar looks pretty loose.
Knock it off, you!
This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty loose stuff. I wonder if I could dig my way out.
What's that noise?
Nothing. This part of the wall looks like...
What's that noise?
Nothing. Hey, guard!
What do you want?
Aren't I entitled to some bread and water?
Bread and water? I pride myself on providing Flotsam's prisons with the finest in haute cuisine. Wait here.
Wait here. Huh. That's funny. Thought he'd never leave. What the? It's solid steel under here. Stupid reinforced wall. I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. What do you know? Guess it wasn't so loose after all. That'd just dull my hook. Hey, where's my dinner? My haute cuisine.
Oh, the prisoners don't get any food. That's for the guards and judges. Delicious, too.
Jerk. Hey, guard!
What do you want?
What's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here?
There's a bar right over there. All you gotta do is get released, and you can walk right in.
Oh. Has this jail got any reading material?
I'd suggest reading your legal briefs. You might need them.
Good tip. I'll get right on that when I need something to put me to sleep. I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Fine. All right, Counselor. Judge Grindstump says you got 5 minutes.
That should be more than enough for this piece of scum. Hope you had a good excuse for dragging me out of bed at this ungodly hour. I need to know how my case is going. I haven't heard from you in days. Not to worry, old bean. I think I can talk the judge down from draw and quartering to draw and thirding. Fraud! Guard! I'm quite done with my client. I'll get you, Threepwood, if it's the last thing I do.
Sorry about that, Mr. Threepwood. I know those prisoners can be a rowdy lot.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Hardtack. Now, where can I find a good grog?
Club 41's right over there, sir.
Hear ye, hear ye. Having finally captured the vile criminal Guybrush Threepwood, the Right Honorable Judge Wallace P. Grindstump has been recalled from his summer vacation to adjudicate and pass sentence on the loathsome reprobate. A public execution has been scheduled for dawn in the town square. Sandwiches will be provided. BYOG. Well, at least there'll be sandwiches.
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Counselor Threepwood. What can I do for you?
What are you doing on Flotsam Island anyway?
Well, after that series of misadventures on Spinner Cay, I found myself without a captain or a ship.
Sorry about that.
It happens. So I drifted for a bit before landing here on Flotsam. Now I've hired on as Judge Grindstump's personal bailiff / chef, creating all sorts of new delicacies for his nightclub. It's a bit of a dream come true, it is.
How's the pox of LeChuck treating you?
Oh, it's not so bad. I mean, there is the incessant drive to commit acts of monstrous evil, of course. It's a bit of a drag on the social life. But my pillaging swing has never been better. So, I guess you could say it's a bit of a wash. Tell you one thing I didn't expect. The slaw cravings. I mean, honestly, mate, what's that all about?
So why are you lying about me in court like that? You and I both know that I never dug up your ex.
Oh, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to trick old Hardtack up with one of them newfangled recording devices. Well, I ain't saying nothing about my case except in a pirate court of pirate law.
Fine. Lou?
You!
Doro? What happened to your eye?
I'll tell you what happened to my eye, smarty guy. When I dug up that phony Dark Ninja Dave you planted...
Allegedly planted?
Allegedly planted, I got a speck of dirt lodged in my eye. A week later, it got infected, and Dr. Descent had to cut it out.
Yeah, just bet he did.
Now I need a glass eye.
Why do you want a glass eye? An eye patch is much more piratey.
Eye patches are so last month. All the cool pirates are getting scary glass eyes these days.
But hooks are still cool, right?
Grr. I guess, but you really can't beat a glass eye.
What are you in for?
I got arrested for trying to auction a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave figurine at eBay.
eBay?
You know, that day with the auction thing.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily for me, Stan got me a reduced sentence in exchange for my testimony against you.
Me? What did I do?
You were the one that made the counterfeit Dave in the first place.
Oh, yeah, that. Look, I'm sorry about the jail time, but you've got to stop testifying against me. I've got a wife and scores of pirates to cure.
You're going to cure the pox?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, I'd like that. All these poxed pirates are always making fun of me for not being poxed.
Well, come on then. Let's do some business.
Maybe. What can you offer me in return?
I've got a line on a genuine Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate autographed by Dark Ninja Dave himself.
That is a very poor joke, senor.
Why don't you have your pick of my autographed sextants?
Ooh, do you have one of those limited edition Vasco da Gama sextants?
Yeah, but you can't have that one.
What about the Ferdinand Magellan quad action sextants? Hmm?
Yeah, but you can't have that one either. On second thought, I really don't want to part with my sextants. I got a crate full of fine leather jackets back in my hold that have your name all over them.
No thanks. Leather makes me chafe.
How about I get you a glass eye for your eye hole?
That sounds interesting.
And it's a deal.
But
I knew there'd be a big noisy butt somewhere in there.
I want a really cool glass eye.
And what, pray tell, makes a cool glass eye?
It has to have a really cool color. Like the color in the eyes of those nasty poxed pirates when they're really, really angry.
I'll see what I can do. Are you still open to a bribe to shut down your testimony against me?
Maybe. What are you offering?
Let me get back to you on that.
Fine.
You know, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to be afflicted by the pox of LeChuck.
Oh, don't remind me. All the other pirates have gotten the pox, so why not me?
Have you thought about the possibility that you might not actually be a pirate?
I am too a pirate.
Okay, you are a pirate. I'm sure the pox will be coming for you any day now. Associating with hardened criminals like you can't be good for my legal situation. I'm out of here.
Adios.
Stan?
Guybrush Threepwood. Nice to see you out and about, kid. Hope they haven't been treating you too badly in the Hooskow.
Well, there is a pretty scary-looking rat in my cell. At least I hope it's a rat.
Well, that's just swell, kid. Look, could you get out of the way and make room for some paying customers?
What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be prepping for trial?
Hey, no offense, kid, but the day old Stan can't beat you in open court with one wildly flapping arm tied behind his back is the day I haul my corpus juris back to Jambalaya Island for the full restitutio and integrum. Know what I mean?
Not really.
Exactly.
So if you're not preparing for trial, what are you doing out here?
Following Stan's rule number 1, ABM.
ABM?
Always be merchandising. People love following the trials of famous pirates, even B-list pirates like yourself.
B-list?
That's why old Stan got all the souvenirs and timeless keepsakes you'll ever need to remind you of this month's Trial of the Century.
How are sales going?
Great. Celebrity merchandise is always a good investment, especially if you suspect that the celebrity in question is about to become a wind chime in the gallows. Nothing sells like dead celebrities.
Yeah? Well, I don't plan on dying today.
And I didn't plan to wear the same jacket for 20 years, but here we are.
Stan, about these charges.
Sorry, kid, can't talk. Conflict of interest, attorney, pirate privilege, and all that stuff.
But...
La, not talking to you about it.
I know I'll kick myself for asking, but what sorts of trial souvenirs are you selling?
The question you should be asking is what kind of souvenirs am I not selling? Behold, the People vs. Threepwood collection.
Hey, a little me.
That's right, Threepwood, a faithful reproduction right down to the lacy garter belt.
Hey, I only wore those once.
It is I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
That sounds nothing like me.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, your real voice didn't focus test all that well.
What's that?
That, my piratey friend, is a little novelty I like to call Draw the Beard on the Guybrush. Using the power of magnetism and iron shavings, you can give Flotsam's most notorious criminal an infinite array of amusing and degrading hairstyles. Observe. What the? This one doesn't have a magnet. And look, it's leaking iron shavings. This is what you get when you use shoddy Fat Island labor.
Is that supposed to be you?
None other. Now you and your friends can relive the trial of the century while lounging around in this comfortable Polyblend t-shirt, emblazoned with the iconic image of yours truly, a crusading attorney bringing his no-holds-barred brand of justice to Flotsam Island.
On second thought,
Say no more.
no matter how many times I see it, I can't get over your jacket.
You like it? I just had it in for its annual restitching and de-rezzing.
I noticed that you're remarkably free of the pox.
Nothing remarkable about it at all, Threepwood. Haven't you been paying attention? The pox only affects real, 100% honest to Blackbeard pirates. Now, I've been many things in this life. A salesman, real estate agent, a troubadour, stevedore, ralphador, and even a brief but memorable stint as an exotic dancer to pay my way through law school. But one thing I'm not and never will be is a pirate.
Ah. See you in court, Stan.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
It's a broken Draw a Beard on Guybrush toy. Looks like it's leaking iron fillings.
Hey there, youngster. I know you're curious about the behind-the-scenes working of Stan's Courtroom Emporium, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to step away from the door.
Why?
Because that's where Stan works his magic, kid. It's where my dreams become reality, and some of my realities become dreams.
So it's where you're sleeping.
Yeah, but only until this souvenir business picks up.
Now that the winds are blowing in again, Flotsam Island is once more soaking up most of the pox of the Chuck. Stan's Courtroom Souvenir Emporium? What happened to the Keel Holler Gazette offices?
The Keel Holler? That's old news, Threepwood. Get it? Old news? The whole Keel Holler operation was bought out and shut down by those bigwigs at the Flotsam Times weeks ago.
Oh, I bet Davy Nipperkin didn't like that.
Are you kidding? Old Nipperkin made out like a bandit. I heard he's getting ready to retire on his share of the sale.
Looks like someone's finally getting around to cleaning the carpet that got, stained during my bar fight. I'm not sure I want to leak iron all over that. I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. That lamp is leaking oil.
Not just any oil, manatee oil.
Oh, that's not right. I'm not sure I want to leak iron all over that. I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. When I was a younger pirate, I used to lie awake on the deck of my ship and gaze at the seagulls as they majestically swooped and bobbed through the evening sky. And then they started pooping on me. So I stopped doing that. I don't think they'd appreciate being impaled on my hook. I'm not sure I want to leak iron all over that. Ladies' Night. Club 41 open to the public. Well, that's a welcome change of pace. Snazzy. I still don't know what the 41 stands for, though. I wonder if Club 41's changed its restrictive policies. I guess so. What's that artistic abomination?
Ah, that be a painting of Flotsam Island's notorious jungle beast, painted by our own Hemlock McGee.
Hemlock? Really?
Aye, no one knows more about our legendary beastie than old Hemlock.
Nice dartboard.
Isn't it, though? Ah, it was one of the few things I managed to salvage when I was washed ashore on Flotsam all those years ago.
Can I play around?
Unfortunately, the darts were lost a few weeks ago during a bar fight. And pity, too. What with the annual Flotsam Island Dart Tournament tomorrow night.
Set me up with a line of Blood Island volcano shots.
Me pleasure. These come with our complimentary Club 41 insulated volcano shot glasses. Hewn out of molten lava. They can keep hot liquids hot for a week.
Impressive. Ooh, that's some hot grog on grog action. I'll just save this last one for later. Judge Grindstump?
Oh, please, no need to be so formal. In here, I'm just plain old W.P. Grindstump, owner and proprietor of Club 41.
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
Brilliant! Will you be paying with doubloons, triploons, coupons, or flat-samian fur shafts?
Actually, I'm a little light right now.
Oh, no problem. I'll start up a tab.
You will? That's so unlike, well, every place I've ever been in my life.
Well, it's not like you're going to skip town on me, am I right?
Set me up with a grogatini, with a twist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't serve grogatinis anymore. The pirates kept gagging on the little porcelain swords.
One grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Bracing. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per customer.
Aren't you a little upset that I'm running around free?
Heavens, no! What kind of pirate town would this be if we didn't condone the occasional jailbreak?
What a remarkably progressive attitude.
Besides, it's not as though you can really escape the swinging sword of flotsam justice. What with these blasted winds blowing in again?
Ladies' night is looking a little, grim.
Well, it's early. Once we got the buffet table laid out, this place will be hotter than the devil's knickers.
So you're really the owner of Club 41?
Have been ever since I won it from the original owner in a dart tournament a few years back. Poor old guy never knew what hit him.
And by hit him, you mean?
A dart! Right in the old noggin!
Well, this has been a little strange, but I've got a name to clear and a pox to cure.
Good luck with that.
Hey, WP.
Captain Threepwood, what can I do you for?
I've been wondering, why is this place called Club 41 anyway?
You know, I don't rightly know. The last owner never got a chance to tell me before he succumbed to his dart-related injuries.
Not that I'm complaining, but why'd you turn down DeSinge's contract to hunt down my wife?
I may be a backstabbing mercenary, but even I have some standards.
Sure, now you have standards. Shame they couldn't have shown up before you, cut off my hand or knock me unconscious and drag me back to Flotsam Island.
What can I say? I'm complicated.
What did DeSinge want with Elaine, anyway?
You heard the man. Something to do with your unique strain of box? Guess he thinks your wife has it too.
You look uncharacteristically grim.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, I know what you mean. Betraying your childhood hero can really take it out of you.
Hey, that was just business.
Your business sucks more than the winds of Flotsam.
Sometimes.
What are those scary-looking drinks?
They're a row of Blood Island volcano shots.
They look painful.
Only the first one.
Yikes. I think you should know that I'm still really angry with you.
Would it help if I bought you a drink?
What, so you can poison me? I'll pass. I noticed that you're without pox.
I'm pox-free. Tested on a regular basis.
Well, do you know why?
Probably because I'm not really a pirate, since I'm a pirate hunter.
Gotta like a pox that respects minor semantical distinctions. You know, if you have even a scintilla of a guilty conscience, I could really use your help.
Listening?
There's this trial going on.
So I've heard. Some guy was trying to tell me that it's the trial of the century!
Yeah, well, I could really use some trumped-up evidence. Or a few intimidated witnesses. Or maybe a well-placed bribe or 10?
You couldn't afford me.
Of course. How silly of me. It's all about the pieces of 8 with you, isn't it?
Not always. I also accept pieces of 9.
Changed your mind about helping me with my legal troubles?
The pirate legal system and I don't exactly get along, and if we did, I wouldn't do pro bono work.
Well, I can see you've got inner demons to wrestle with, so I'll just get on with my life.
Thanks. And watch out for DeSinge. That thing he did with his finger was unnatural. Ah, this must be the screaming narwhal that my ship is named after. Creepy. Now that I've spent some time inside these docile Don Juans of the deep, I feel kind of queasy about seeing their heads mounted on a wall. I wonder what happened to Murray. Well, that's a strange place for a sugar sack.
I keep it up there to draw away the ants.
Ooh. It's an insulated cup that Club 41 uses to serve its Blood Island volcano shots. It's an esophagus-scarring Blood Island volcano shot. I don't need a cup of that. I don't want to waste my last Blood Island volcano shot on that. Hot, gooey wax. Nothing like a little hot wax on a cold, flotsam night. It's a cup of bubbling hot wax. It's an insulated cup that Club 41 uses to serve its Blood Island volcano shots. What's this?
That'll be Club 41's famous Flotsam Island Ladies' Night buffet table. In a few hours, it'll be spilling over with flaming chocolate cupcakes, barbecued narwhal horns, deep-fried petit fours, and all that other girly stuff that our swashbuckling lady pirates love.
What's this?
That'll be Club 41's famous Flotsam Island Ladies' Night buffet table. In a few hours, it'll be spilling over with flaming chocolate cupcakes, barbecued narwhal horns, deep-fried petit fours, and all that other girly stuff that our swashbuckling lady pirates love.
occupied!
Sorry. I almost feel guilty about this. Almost. I hope this bubbling manatee oil was harvested humanely.
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Councillor Threepwood. What can I do for you?
I'd like to go into the jungle. I need to talk to a large voodoo lady about a not-so-large sponge.
Sorry, mate. I'm afraid I can't allow prisoners to wander out into the jungle. You might get lost or go into hiding.
But I'm not a prisoner. I'm the prisoner's attorney, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Well, that is a stumper, all right. But just to be on the safe side, I think it would be for the best if I kept both Guybrush Threepwoods out of the jungle until their trials are over.
You sure I can't go into the jungle? I'll be back in just a few hours.
I said no!
That's really, something.
Aye, isn't she a beauty? It's a prototype of my swashbuckling Susie long-lasting leg lamp. That crystal on top will glow for days.
Don't you think it's a little tacky?
Nah, pirates love this kind of stuff.
Look, an eight-legged alpaca!
Your fancy cryptozoology tricks won't fool me, laddie.
What's that?
You best watch your step. That be a puddle of molten glass. It'll cool down in a few seconds, but until it does, it'll melt your boots off.
I better get some of this before it cools. Warm. It's molten glass. Inside a glass. Trippy. Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
Don't tell me you're still blowing glass. Surely a dry cleaning business would be more profitable.
Ha! That just shows what you know, Binky. People are clamoring for Cryptidget's unbreakable tubes. Clamoring!
What people?
Well, just one person, really. But he ordered a huge supply. Don't ask me why.
Why?
I told you not to ask me that!
Why did someone order all those tubes?
I told you not to ask me that! It's harder to get it!
I must have that leg lamp. I must?
Forget it, Skinny. I'm not letting go of a perfectly good prototype. She hasn't got a mark on her.
Well, sure, but hold on, did you just call me skinny? I've seen skeletons fatter than you.
It's not my fault you associate with you beast undead.
I must have that leg lamp. I must?
Forget it, Skinny. I'm not letting go of a perfectly good prototype. She hasn't got a mark on her.
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
Aye. But not just any glass eyes. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal reef themselves.
Genuine imitation eyes?
That's right. They'll imitate the eye color of anyone they see. You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color. When you got a color you like, just pop it in your eye socket. It'll stay that way forever.
I'm intrigued and cautiously optimistic. How much?
Here, try out this defective one for free.
Defective?
Aye, it's a little nearsighted, so you'll have to get up real close to the subject to capture their eye color.
Thanks. I take back all the nasty things I wrote in my diary about you. How do those imitation eyes work again?
You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color.
How does it feel to be hideously diseased?
How do you think it feels?
Bad, I'd say. Pretty bad.
You got that right, Missy.
Are you not outraged by this ridiculous trial?
Well, I'm just glad that scum-sucking Threepwood will finally be brought to justice.
I'm Threepwood.
Speaking of which, shouldn't you be in a holding cell or something?
We, get a 10-minute break every hour. It's the law. I'll see you in your, pectorals later.
Yeah, well, the three of us will be waiting.
I'll have to get it to look at someone else's eye before it takes on a color. Ow! What the heck is Desinged doing up there anyway? Ooh, sizzly. You know, if I was a little more scientifically inclined, I might be worried about the effects this stuff is having on any future generations of Threepwoods. The doctor is busy! He must be really busy if he needs all those exclamation points.
Bonjour. Threepwood, stay away from my laboratorium.
It's a cup of scalding science fluid. It's Jacques, the electromagnetic monkey. I'm not sure I want to leak iron all over that. I don't want to pour acid on that. It could get scarred. Or worse, acid washed. I don't want to waste my last Blood Island volcano shot on that. Morgan left Mr. Winslow circling the island, just outside the reach of Flotsam's winds. That paralyzed cat is creepy. That looks unappetizing.
Stay away from Miss Pretty Whiskers' food, you fiend.
Your cat eats that? I thought she was paralyzed.
She is. I have to feed it to her through a straw.
Ooh. Hi there, Twinkle Toes.
Enjoy your last moments of freedom, cause you're going to pay for what you did to Miss Pretty Whiskers.
I'd be happy to pay. Do you accept traveler's checks? How's Miss Grungy Whiskers doing?
Her name isn't Grungy Whiskers, you love liquor. It's Miss Pretty Whiskers.
How's Miss Trashy Whiskers doing?
Sheep Whiskers! Listen up, Smucker. Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Ah, how's Miss Barfy Whiskers doing?
What? Barfy Whiskers? For the last time, you dancing dunce. Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Drop the charges and I'll spare your life.
Bah! Life ain't hardly worth living without the sound of Miss Pretty Whiskers' delicate pitter-pat on the bar floor.
I'm sure she feels the same way about the delicate pitter-pat of your stumps. How's the box treating you?
Oh, not too bad. I didn't really need that lung I coughed up.
Vestigial lungs are the worst. What exactly are you doing?
Mixing up Miss Pretty Whiskers' food. What's it to you?
Can I have some?
No.
I hear you may know something about Flotsam's so-called jungle beast.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest thing you ever didn't see. A dark jungle god that walks the land only by dead of night.
Dark jungle god?
Aye, 'twas said to live within the stomach of the god of death, feasting upon corpses, until one day death ate some bad shellfish and out-chucked the jungle beast into existence.
But if you haven't seen it, how do you know it exists?
Because it eats. To appease the beast, we've left many a fleshy sacrifice on the jungle altar. By morning, the meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Disappearing meat. Yep, jungle god's the only explanation. I forgot the tale of the jungle beast.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest.
Yeah, skip to the end.
The meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Good story. See ya. What are those sprinkly flakes in there?
Candy sprinkles. Miss Pretty Whiskers loves her little candy sprinkles.
That paralyzed cat is creepy.
Hey, look! A five-headed bonobo!
What? I didn't see nothing.
Sorry, must have been a weather balloon. It's a broken toy that's leaking iron plates. Wow, that bacon grease is still burning. I've just got to get some of this incredible bacon grease. There. Now my jacket and my pants smell like bacon. Grease is the word. Or is the bird. I could row back to the Screaming Narwhal, but without La Esponja Grande, I'll never be able to cure Elaine. And if I show up without Elaine's wedding ring, she'll probably kill me. Don't worry, little guy. I'll liberate you. Somehow. Let's see if this'll work. Aha! Come on, let's get you out of here. Oh, there's a monkey in my pocket. He's attracting all my change. His tail is a magnet, and I think that he's got mange. What kind of a madman keeps a perfectly good magnetic monkey locked in a cage?
Hooga! Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
Alrighty then, let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Let's keep it moving, Captain Threepwood!
I, don't know what to do.
That's why you should have a lawyer, you blithering blatherskate!
Sorry.
Look, Threepwood, it's pretty easy. You can call witnesses for any of the cases. Once they're on the stand, you can question them, confront them with evidence from the evidence table, if it's pertinent to the case, or attempt to confront them with new evidence that you've brought into court.
You'd best be careful about that last one, though. Nothing gets on me nerves more than a defendant attempting to clog my court with useless chunks of jetsam.
And of course, you can always ask for a recess so you can check your briefs.
Thanks. I object
To what?
to this trial, to your hat, to the way my beard's itching. I also object to the way that guy's looking at me, and to this hook, and...
Captain Threepwood, you will cease your foolish distractions before we come down and cease them for you! Right, where were we? Well, we're waiting.
Your Honor, I'd like to request a change of venue.
Where to?
Oh, how about back at your place? Just you, me, a jug of grog, a loaf of bread, and some scandalous legal briefs.
Captain Threepwood will terminate his clumsy and off-putting attempts to seduce this court at once!
Made me uncomfortable, it did.
And Skippy!
Nice looking, but not exactly wow. Hold that crazy pose. Gotcha!
Right! Where were we?
Your Honor, I'd like to approach the bench.
Denied! No one approaches my bench!
Your Honor, I'd like to invoke my ex post facto privileges and move for a dramatis personae. No? Then can I ex ante omnes my quid pro quo?
Captain Threepwood!
Well, surely the court will give me time until my e pluribus unum reductos ad absurdum.
The defendant will stop pretending that he knows how to speak Latin!
That's one creepy pox-filled eye.
Right! Where were we?
One thing I've learned the hard way over the years is that you should never pull a monkey out of your pocket until the most dramatically useful moment. And that goes triple for an electromagnetic monkey.
I'd like to call Hemlock McGee to the stand.
Hemlock McGee!
What's that? Oh.
And do you swear on Blackbeard's...
Yeah. Listen, Pinky. I knew Blackbeard back when he was blotchy Black Peach Fuzz. Just let me at him. Let me at him.
Ensign McGee, it's your contention that Captain Threepwood injured your cat.
Injured? He practically crushed him. Hit him right in the puss with a stuffed manatee, Eddie did.
And how is your cat today?
See for yourself. The poor dear's paralyzed with fear. I have to feed her through a tube. Oh, my poor Miss Pretty Whiskers. Oh, my poor little Pretty.
Pretty Whiskers.
Your witness, kid.
This whole cat thing is a scam to get back at me for getting you kicked out of Club 41, isn't it?
How can you look at my sad little pussycat and call me a liar? Oh, just look at her.
Oh. Just a moment, Your Honor. Admit it. You're nothing but a no-good, no-legged, stinky liar.
Objection. Defense is mocking my client's disability.
Sustained! The defense will refrain from insulting the witness's pungent body odor.
This whole cat thing is a scam to get back at me for getting you kicked out of Club 41, isn't it?
How can you look at my...
Oh. Just a moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, pirates and assorted buccaneers, Hemlock McGee has asserted that it was I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, that brought about the horrible emotional scars that even now leave poor Miss Pretty Whiskers paralyzed with fear. But I put it to you that it was not your humble defendant who traumatized Hemlock's unfortunate feline, but a far more insidious assailant, and one who's in this very courtroom as I speak. J'accuse Jacques the Monkey.
What? Objection. There's no evidence of monkey play here.
No? Let's ask the victim.
Miss Pretty Whiskers!
See? Miss Pretty Whiskers is up and about and seeking revenge just like a good pirate cat should.
Miss Pretty Whiskers, come back! We'll get our revenge together.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Mr. Prosecutor!
Well, considering that my client and evidence just ran out the door, I guess old Stan's gonna have to drop this one.
Good idea. In the case of McGee and Pretty Whiskers versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam finds in favor of the defendant, Guybrush Threepwood.
Come on, Judge, hit him with the pops.
Don't make me send the bailiff up there.
I don't think splashing hot wax on that would be productive, fun, or piratey. I don't want to pour acid on that. It could get scarred. Or worse, acid washed.
I don't want to waste my last Blood Island volcano shot on that. Hot manatee oil is a precious resource. I shouldn't splash it around all willy-nilly. That's greasy enough as it is. I wonder whatever happened to my hand. I hope it's happy.
I'd like to call Bosun Catherine Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs! Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Aye.
Bosun Krebs, could you tell the court what happened on that fateful day?
Aye. I was minding my own business at Club 41 with a mug full of grog and some zesty nachos, when all of a sudden that blindfolded Jasper barreled into me, knocked me nacho sauce into me lap, and gave me this disfiguring scar.
Hachi-machi!
Aye, that takes me back.
Ooh.
Bailiff, supply the prosecutor and the defendant with sketches of the burns for their briefs.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Lots of luck, kid.
You're lying about this whole nacho business, aren't you?
Nay, are you lying about being a mighty pirate?
I'll ask the questions here. Come on, you're lying. Admit it.
No.
Objection, Your Honor. Defense is badgering the witness.
Knock it off, Threepwood!
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
With the court's indulgence, I'd like the witness to stand on this X.
Objection, relevance.
That piece of evidence has no bearing in this case, Threepwood!
Bosun Krebs, you don't really expect this court to believe that the nacho sauce I allegedly spilled onto your leg from this platter actually scarred your leg, do you?
But it did. See for yourself.
Hachi-machi!
I'd like the witness to hold this mystical sponge for a few seconds.
Objection, relevance.
Well, it could cure the witness of their pox.
That may be, but it has no relevance to the witness's case!
I'd like the witness to give their expert appraisal of this ring.
Objection, relevance.
That piece of evidence has no bearing in this case, Threepwood!
I'd like the witness to consider this so-called counterfeit figurine.
Objection, relevance.
That piece of evidence has no bearing in this case, Threepwood!
That's greasy enough as it is. That's greasy enough as it is. Hot manatee oil is a precious resource. You shouldn't splash it around all willy-nilly. Hot manatee oil is a precious resource. You shouldn't splash it around all willy-nilly. That's greasy enough as it is.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this caustic agent into evidence as an alternative cause of Bosun Catherine's burns.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
Objection, defense is trying to cloud the issue.
Sustained! Captain Threepwood, if you have an alternate theory as to the cause of the bosun's horrific injury, do the court the courtesy of fleshing it out before introducing random cups of bubbling goo into evidence.
I don't see how that could possibly compare to a sketch of a burned leg. I don't see how that could possibly compare to a sketch of a burned leg. Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that. I don't think splashing hot wax on that would be productive, fun, or piratey. I don't think splashing hot... Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this caustic agent into evidence as an alternative cause of Bosun Catherine's burns.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
Objection. Defense is trying to cloud the issue.
Sustained! Captain Threepwood, if you have an alternate theory as to the cause of the bosun's horrific injury, do the court the courtesy of fleshing it out before introducing random cups of bubbling goo into evidence.
Your Honor, I'd like...
Bailiff!
Oi, oi!
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
Nothing.
Well, you'll get plenty of that in there.
I don't want to pour acid on that. It could get scarred. Or worse, acid washed. I don't want to waste my last Blood Island volcano shot on that. I don't think splashing hot wax on that would be productive, fun... I don't want to pour acid... I don't want to waste my last Blood Island volcano shot on that. Hot manatee oil is a precious resource. Hot manatee oil is... Hey, guard!
What do you want?
I want to see my lawyer.
Again?
He's not getting any smarter. Captain Doro?
Do you have it?
One nigh indestructible glass eye. Pox-colored, just like all the cool pirates are wearing.
Hutchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe! Ay, 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 ay. My eye is really scary.
Now, according to Cryptdigit, all you have to do to set it is pop it in your eye socket. Ooh,
How do I look?
dangerous.
I think you mean dangerously cool, eh?
Sure, whatever. Now, about your testimony.
No problem, mi amigo. Just call me back to the stand and ask me about this.
Your Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map? I'll just smuggle this into here.
In my, let's say, mouth.
I better get back into court and introduce this disturbingly moist map into evidence. I don't think splashing hot wax on that... I don't think I should be splashing molten glass on it. want to pour acid. No. I don't see how that could possibly compare to a sketch of a burned leg. I don't see how... What's this?
They're just barbecue.
Occupied!
Sorry. I don't see how that could possibly... I don't see how... I don't... I don't see how that... Hey, WP. Hey, WP. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
1 grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Bracing. I wonder what happened to Murray. It's Grindstump's ant-distracting sugar sack. I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. I don't see how that could possibly compare to a sketch of a burned leg. I don't see how that could possibly compare to a sketch of a burned leg. Look, an 8-legged alpaca!
Your fancy cryptozoology tricks won't fool me, laddie.
Say there, unbiased citizen.
What do you want?
Why did someone order all those tubes?
I told you not to ask me that! I'll turn it again!
I must have that leg lamp. I must?
Forget it, Skinny. I'm not letting go of a perfectly good prototype. She hasn't got a mark on her.
See ya. Whoops!
Hey! Arr! Now look what you did! Arr! You clumsy clam clipper! You ruined my prototype! Now I'll have to start all over! Arr!
So if it's messed up, can I have it?
Fine, take it! Just get out of me sight! Arr!
This ought to help me get a leg up in the trial. Looks like Captain Catherine's case is not so good after all. Hi there, Double Peg. Ah, how's Miss Barfy Whiskers doing?
What? Barfy Whiskers? For the last time, you dancing dunce! Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers!
What exactly are you doing?
Trying to figure out why poor Miss Pretty Whiskers won't move for me.
She's probably just not getting enough iron in her diet. I forgot that.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest.
Yeah, skip to the end.
The meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Good story. See ya.
Hugo! Oh, it's you.
So why are you lying about me in court like that? You and I both know that I never dug up your ex.
Oh, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to trick old Hardtack up with one of them newfangled recording devices. Well, I ain't saying nothing about my case except in a pirate court of pirate law.
Fine.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
Alrighty then, let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Time is grog, Captain.
I'd like to call Joaquin Jacinto de Meara Alfonso de Oro to the stand.
Joaquin de Oro. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate? See?
Senor de Oro.
Captain Doro.
Yes, of course. Why are you here today?
I was recently arrested for trying to sell a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate figurine. A counterfeit figurine crafted by Guybrush Threepwood.
Actually, that wasn't so surprising.
Your witness, counselor.
So you claim that I, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate, created this stunningly realistic counterfeit porcelain power pirate figure.
See?
How can you be so sure?
Because it was made from one of my extra pink pajamas Pierre porcelain power pirate figures. One that disappeared right after you visited me. You see? It's got my name stamped right there on the bottom of its foot. Huh.
Well, what do you know?
Also, that so-called killer karate katana is actually a cheap porcelain Grogatini sword from Club 41. And I know for a fact that you are the only person to order a Grogatini that day. Ah.
Okay, enough with the power pirate, okay? Senor Doro, is it not true that you're an inveterate liar?
No?
So it is true that you're an inveterate liar.
No. Yes. I don't know. What does inveterate mean?
Objection! Your Honor, the defense is attempting to confuse the witness with big words.
Sustained! The defense will take into account the witness's limited vocabulary.
You liar, yes?
Me liar, no!
I suggest trying another line of inquiry, Threepnod.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Captain Doro, what can you tell me about this map?
Objection!
Defense Exhibit 42, Your Honor. This is the map the witness used to find his Dark Ninja Dave power pirate.
I'll allow it.
But
Shut your eternally flapping mouth, you festering chumhole!
Continue.
I purchased this map at eBay 6 months ago from a traveling salesman with a plaid jacket and waving arms. He said that it was an authentic Dark Ninja Day Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map, but I have since learned that it was just as counterfeit as the Power Pirate it led me to.
And who was the dastardly swindler who sold you this map?
It was...
Hey, would you look at that? I misfiled my Glorious Mundus. Your Honor, on behalf of the Porcelain Power Pirates Corporation, I'd like to ask that all charges pertaining to the unfortunate counterfeiting of the Dark Ninja Dave action figure be dropped against Captains Joaquin de Oro and Guybrush Threepwood.
Smart move, Counselor. In the matter of Porcelain Power Pirates versus De Oro versus Threepwood, etc., 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 this court finds in favor of the defendants.
All this justice. Where's the hangings?
You want hangings? Just keep it up, you swabs!
I'd like to recall Bosun Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs.
Now remember, darling, you're still under oath.
Aye.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this leg lamp into evidence as proof that Bosun Catherine Krebs is lying about her so-called nacho sauce burn.
This proves nothing!
Objection, Your Honor. The scars on this leg-shaped lamp may look like my client's, but who knows how they got there?
I'm glad you asked. So you see, Your Honor, Catherine's distinctive burns were not caused by Club 41's nacho sauce, but by an unlikely combination of scalding fluids found throughout Flotsam Island. Isn't that true, Bosun Krebs?
Answer the question, you she-devil!
It's true. After Guybrush knocked that platter of nachos onto my lap, I saw my chance for revenge and concocted this foolish scheme.
Revenge?
You still don't remember me? The woman whose ship you sunk? Who spent years languishing in prison for your crimes? The woman whose husband you humiliated in that creepy karaoke contest?
Oh, sorry. Drawing a blank.
Arr!
Your Honor, I move that Bosun Catherine Krebs' charge be dropped.
Counselor?
I got nothing, Your Honor.
Very well. In the matter of Krebs versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam Island finds in favor of the defendant Guybrush Threepwood. Get off, you lot!
If it pleases the court, I'd like to call Bailiff Hardtack to the stand.
Bailiff Hardtack. Oh, that's me. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate? I suppose.
Bailiff Hardtack, could you tell the court about your claim against Guybrush Threepwood?
Well, back on Spinner Cay, I was getting ready to bury me modest chest of treasures, you see. My collection of spaghetti strainers, my silver paprika shaker, and so on. When all of a sudden, this Threepwood bloke runs up to me, waving his arms and telling me to look out for a three-headed monkey that's right behind me. Well, naturally, I turned and looked, but there was nothing there. When I regained my composure, Threepwood was nowhere to be found. And worst of all...
Yes?
He dug up my perfectly good ex. It's ruined now.
Oh, come on.
He's all yours, buddy.
Mr. Hardtack, you say your ex was ruined when I allegedly dug it up.
Aye?
It looks pretty good to me. This whole story about your ex is a big fat lie, isn't it?
No, sir.
Come on, you're lying. Admit it.
No, sir.
Come on.
Oh, you got me, sir.
But why?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do after you killed me boss and left me without a job. Oh, I could have charged you with that instead. Oh.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial.
Granted! Bailiff Hardtack, as punishment for wasting this court's time, you will be compelled to wear Lizzig's wig of foppery until such time as I am no longer tempted to gavel you into a fine paste!
Oh, it's delightful.
Let's see here. Cleared? Dropped? Yes. Congratulations, Captain Threepwood. It appears that you have successfully gotten yourself out from under your various civil charges.
Shiver me timbers, Stumpy. I guess I'll be going now.
Hold on, what's this? There appears to be a criminal charge on the other side of this blasted paper.
Huh? Assault with molten nacho cheese isn't criminal? What else is there?
The creation, incubation, dissemination, proliferation, and mastication of a pox or pox-like affliction. A Class 1 felonious act here on Flotsam.
Oh, gross.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
On what grounds?
I may have aided in its creation, incubation, dissemination, and proliferation, but mastication? That doesn't even make sense.
Are you suggestioning that this court doesn't know the meaning of the words it uses?
No.
Good!
There is no pox. Everyone's just got the mumps.
Does this look like the mumps to you, Sonny Jim?
Pox isn't so bad. Everyone's tough as nails now and can do neato demon things with their eyes.
It's evil! It made me kill Holy Grandma! I got bubbles on my fundament!
Okay, it's pretty bad. The pox isn't my fault. It's LeChuck's. It all started with the cursed cutlass of Kaflu. Off the Rock of Gelato, LeChuck was doing something evil with monkeys, and I was all brrr. But then LeChuck broke my root beer bottle, and I had to substitute some of the Voodoo Lady's ingredients, and then LeChuck turned into a human, and all this voodoo went boom, and... well, it's not my fault.
Your Honor, the defendant is hand-waving. And believe me, I know from hand-waving. But seriously, we all know that the cloud of pox vexing this fair island arrived soon after the defendant and his oozing appendage crept upon these shores.
Disgusting pacing it was.
Then, after infecting everyone in sight, the pox cloud magically blew away at exactly the same moment that Guybrush sailed away, stealing Flotsam's only ship, I might add.
I won that ship, fair and square.
Now, Threepwood has returned, and so has the Cloud of Pox. What a coincidence. And yet here he stands concocting fanciful stories of a human LeChuck, voodoo cutlasses, and a so-called Rock of Gelato.
Well, Threepwood, do you have any witnesses to your unlikely tale?
I do. She's... Wonder Bunny.
Avast, ye blubbering belugas! I'm sacking your port! Bring me all your spoils, swags, booty, and boodle!
Lane, less plunder, more bunny, please.
And you, me bonny lass! Step into me captain's quarters and let me ravish you, silly!
Oh, boy.
Ah, to finally hold you in me arms again, it makes me want to... What's this? The scent of betrayal? Who is this tawdry wench?
Nobody. No one.
She'll die by me rusty blade!
There goes my witness.
Then she must be summoned. Bailiff, serve the woman immediately.
Yes, sir.
You'd better be using the voodoo summons. That saucy sea hag doesn't look like she be respecting the customs of pirate law.
Aye, aye, sir.
But first, hold the defendant's pox-spreading keister back to the brig!
All right, you. Stay put until I summon your ball and chain.
I wouldn't call her that. She
Ow!
might take exception. What happened to you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Oh, I went to Club 41 to hand this summons to your better half, and she backhanded me right out of the bar. Ugh.
Ouch.
If you want that banshee on the stand, you're gonna have to serve her yourself. I'm gonna go see if the local doctor can fix me jawbone.
What the? Oh, ladies' night.
Guybrush, your wife has lost her mind!
And you're about to lose a limb, you sea cow!
Elaine, sugar cakes, let's stop fighting and work this out over a nice cold light grog.
It's her head or yours, bilge boy!
Or you two can just figure out this little misunderstanding on your own. I'll be over here appreciating my head's ability to stay attached to my neck.